Yellow Productions presents
renting a car in Japan. So probably the biggest rental company in Japan is Toyota Rental Car, and this little car here is from Toyota Rental Car. The rental car agent I had when picking up this car was probably the most helpful rental car agent I've ever had. He walked me through A to Z everything that makes up this car. So I'll do the same, and you'll know everything you need to know to drive a car in Japan. And it starts with the paperwork that they have. So let me show you what I got. So first of all, it comes in this handy folder. They already had all the paperwork pre-filled out. It had my name, the pickup time, the departure time, my car number, the type of car, non-smoking. When you get gas, make sure to get it the regular gasoline, not diesel, which are the red-handled pumps. And then they also give you the nearest gas stations with their phone numbers, which you can also input into the GPS to get there. The insurance was explained in the most non-pushy way ever. Instead of asking you to buy all this extra insurance, he basically just said you didn't select it, and so here's what you have to pay in the event of an accident. The folder also included a color roadmap of roadways in Hokkaido, and finally in this folder is a simple guide for the navigation of the GPS. And the GPS, if you request it, actually comes in English for the car. So the thing to know when selecting your rental car is that Japanese cars are small. If you're expecting to store a lot of luggage, this is the second car up in size. It only fits 2 small suitcases in the back, so make sure you're either getting a larger car or small suitcases. The first thing you need to know is how to get into the car. And many of the cars in Japan are keyless entry, just the key fob. Push the unlock button to unlock the doors and the lock button to lock the doors. So let's unlock and go ahead and get in. Once you're in the car, you actually need to start it. It's keyless entry, so there's a hook to hang the key fob, and then you just turn where the key would go, and that starts the car. The next thing you need to know is how to move. And on the left-hand side of the steering wheel is the gear shift. Once you step on the brake, you can bring the gear shift down and it'll change what gear the car is in. Drive, reverse, neutral. When the car is in reverse, it beeps at you so that you really know you're in reverse. Also, since it's a right-hand drive car, the blinkers and the windshield wipers are on opposite sides of the car from a left-hand drive car. Now that we've got the operations of the car down, you'll want to know how to use the GPS to get someplace. And since they don't do addresses real well, they do these things called map codes or phone numbers to put into the GPS. So Topher, my trusty Copilot, has been studying the guidebook. Do you have the map code handy for Furano, our next destination?
Got it!
Alright, so let's go back up to the GPS. You can tell it to me in just a second. So, yes, it's an English GPS, though the buttons are still in Japanese. This button here is the button for the menu. You then push that you want to go to a destination. It then prompts you for phone number or map code. So, Topher, what are we putting in?
We're putting into a phone number.
Okay, so we have to push phone number. And what's the phone number?
0139.
And then you hit OK. And then it shows Farm Tomita in Furano. And we select the English Go here. And then it shows you it is 78 kilometers. The toll is 0 yen and asks you if this is the route you want to take. If so, you press OK. And
in about 1.6 kilometers, turn left.
And then you're on your way. The voice prompts are all very good. If you're new to driving on the right-hand side of the car or the left-hand side of the road, it's helpful to have a co-pilot or your passenger to make sure you're staying on the correct side of the road. We're coming up on an intersection here.
Just ahead, turn left.
And my GPS is telling me to turn left, and I've also got my co-pilot, Topher, who's over here to make sure that I turn left onto the right side of the road, or the correct side of the road, which is the left side of the road. Okay, we're turning left. And we turn onto which side of the road?
To the left side.
All right.
Keep following this road.
So now that you know everything there is to know about a car, it's time to drive. So put the car in drive, and here we go. Just as you're driving, remember, there's no turn on red at any intersection in Japan. Have fun!